after this because I tend to be a little long-winded, and Jeff said that he would recommend I stay under 9 minutes, so let's do it. What a night. You know, if there's one thing I've learned over the last 18 years of my career, it's that none of us get here alone. We like to say we brought ourselves up by the bootstraps and things like that, but every single one of us in the room, myself included in a major way, got here with the help of a lot of people along the way. And I came into vector marketing having no clue really exactly where I wanted to go with this. I just knew I was willing to work, I was willing to learn, I was willing to commit. And what I could have had zero chance of knowing back then is how many incredible people I would meet in this company that would shape my life forevermore. You know, vector marketing's footprints are everywhere in my life. When I say everywhere, I mean literally everywhere. The company didn't just give me a career, it gave me mentors, it gave me coaches, it gave me teammates, it gave me lifelong friends, and eventually it provided me with my family. I would not have the new family that I have if it wasn't for this company. And while my name is on the trophy and up in the pictures and things like that, the honor really belongs to a lot of other people that are in this room here tonight, and a lot of people that unfortunately couldn't be here because they moved on and they're doing other great things in their world. But if you would have told me 18 years ago, back in June 2nd of 2007, when I first started here, that I would be up here one day, I would have thought that you lost your mind. I would have thought you were crazy. But I can't express in words how incredibly grateful, how humbled, how proud I am to be up here on the stage right now, and just representing all the fantastic people that have been here, that helped me get here along the way. Some people directly, some people indirectly. There's just countless amounts of people that deserve to be recognized, and I don't have time to go through every single person, but I do want to recognize a few people in a few things. So first I have to say thank you to Vector Marketing and Cutco in general, and Albert and Bruce, our two CEOs, for being not just great business leaders that they are as CEOs, but also mentors and really emphasizing the importance of family. I think you probably see a theme when you hear people speak up here that's very family oriented. And people on our national team, like John Kane, Mike Monroe, Earl Kelly, Jason Flynn, they've had a huge impact on my success throughout the years. And then Mr. Bride. Where are you? There he is. Mr. Bride, you've always believed in me, even when I didn't always believe in myself, and I can't thank you enough for that. Your ability to treat people world class everywhere that you go, and even such simple things, like reminding me when you flew me out to Detroit back in 2014, just reminding me, make sure you say please and thank you to everyone you come across, and everyone that serves you. It's little things like that that have stuck with me throughout the years. You have a zest for life, the way you are with your wife, the way you are with your kids. That's something that I strive to emulate in my years now as a husband. And all the DVMs in the room, Brett, Jake, Logan, Scotty, Tina Marie, Chad, Parker, Jake, you guys set the standard in the region. You guys do an incredible job leading your teams without question, and we would not be the Empire or the Midwest region without you. My peers from across the region, Peter, Aaron, Josh, you guys have been awesome to compete with and learn with throughout the years, wherever you guys are out in the crowd. And D-Money, my original manager, I've had incredible mentors that have poured a lot into me, but Darren, one of my original managers, I came into the business with the expectation to win. And a lot of that was because of Darren's tutoring and coaching and mentoring and the standards that he set. And Jeff mentioned our Silver Cup winning team. That was incredibly special. John Fiacco, Justin Neefus, Bash Brothers. The two big brothers I never had. I was an only child, so the two big brothers I never had. Like if I was going to war, like these are the two that I would want right by my side. Without question. You two always set the standard when I was a brand new rep for Empire as district managers a long time ago, and we worked to carry on that legacy for you. John, specifically, the way you show up for people, man, like, I can't imagine just I can't put it into words how much that means to me. To give you guys an idea, John is supposed to be in Rome, Italy right now. He's supposed to be doing really awesome things, checking out the company's site for where we're going in like a year and a half. But John told the company, I can't miss this. And he actually surprised me because he told me he was going to Rome still. So thank you, John, for being here. Your commitment to having integrity with everything that you do, your ability to challenge me, especially back then, even when it was uncomfortable, your tremendous care for people, and being a small town guy from northern New York, that gave me a lot of inspiration when I was brand new, because people where we're from, they don't think big. But you helped me think big in this company. Mr. Neefus, you're what I think of as the perfect blend of old school meets new school. Like I think of Teddy Roosevelt's quote, speak softly and carry a big stick. You're never loud, you're never brash, you're always the consummate professional with everything that you do. You let the results speak for themselves, and it shows up with all your people, it shows up with how much Rob recognizes you, and all these different things. It's so incredible to see. Like when I think of a man's man, I think of you, Justin, and I've always really looked up to you in our business for that, and had so much respect for you. A couple minutes ago, I said Vector has footprints all over my life. And who that really truly starts with is Mr. Hammond. Chris, nobody shaped me as an adult like you have, inside or outside the company. I don't know if uncle's the right word, or father figure, or older brother that I sometimes want to punch, but it's just whatever's the most appropriate term. But there's been times when you've been all three. I've been incredibly close with not just you, but also your incredible family right there. You guys are so amazing to me. You've always treated me like I was one of your own. It's otherworldly. So your kids, you welcome me into your church. You welcome me into your life like I was part of the family. When there are times when I didn't have my own family to go to, and you guys were always there. And I promise you, I'll never forget that. Brielle, wherever you are, I still remember the day you were born, because I got a random call when I was in Buffalo that I had to go to Rochester that day to run training because Chris was having his first child. And 17 and a half years later, you're the beautiful young lady, future Cutco superstar next summer that you are. And, guys, we've shared holidays together. Chris, we've traveled around the world together. We've had record-breaking success together. We've argued a ton. We've competed. We've teamed up and dominated everybody else. We've literally been through every emotion on the spectrum together. We've experienced the highest of highs together, the lowest of lows throughout the years. I still remember sitting in a conference room in Syracuse with Fiacco, Nevis, myself, and Chris, and we're all like, all right, one more person goes, we're all leaving, we're done. So, we've experienced all that together. And it might be a theme that you hear from me with people that I look up to, but Chris, the number one thing I've always enjoyed learning from you throughout the years, beyond the financial things, the Cutco manager things, beyond all that, just watching and learning how you are as a husband, and how you are as a father, and how you are in your faith. That's always meant the most to me. You've had my back no matter what. You've taught me so much throughout the years. So I can't thank you enough for that. Jeff mentioned Nate Reddick, my best friend since 3rd grade. He's had a huge impact. Mr. Hudson, Mr. Cunick, Brian, and Case, my brothers from another mother, two of my very best friends. You guys stood up with me at my wedding. We've experienced so much life and so much business together. People like Aaron Starr, Leslie Krebs, Marissa Gibbons, Ty, one of the most impressive young adults I've ever had the privilege of coaching. You've invited me to share moments with your family. You've been a game changer in our district. You've helped me raise my game. Also, thank you, Ty's mom, Sarah, for the chocolate milk earlier. You guys got my mom, I guess. That was pretty incredible. Apollo, you're great, your perseverance. You literally, I've known you're going to be a sales rep since you're like 8 years old because your dad worked for me. So I've known you're going to be here for a long time. But I didn't know that you're going to uproot your whole life and move from California to Buffalo right after you graduate high school. That's not an easy task, so thank you for believing in me as your manager. And then there's other people, Andrew, Brett Martin, Matt Berg, Bosniak, Mark Stevenson, Steph Strahan, Casey Glass. I can't be up here without them. And finally, I want to thank the parts of my family, and especially my wife's family. My mother-in-law, Danielle, there's a very special reason that you're here with us tonight. You know, the term mother-in-law, it often has a very negative connotation. Some of you are snickering in the rooms, you know exactly what I mean. Some of you are like, what? Because you might be that mother-in-law. But anyway, sometimes it's dreaded. But, you know, I hit the mother-in-law jackpot up here. I've never experienced someone be a bigger fan, a bigger hype person for someone than you have been for the last 5.5 years or so that me and Lexi have been together. You promote me nonstop. You brag about me nonstop. You brag about my business. You actually have a rep number, so you can't enter orders now. So you make everyone feel incredibly special, and I'm just so lucky to have you as my mother-in-law. And then finally, to my wife, Lexi, this beautiful, amazing woman right up here. This might ruffle some feathers, but I've always felt like the greatest flex a man can have in his life is the quality of his wife. And I gotta say that you have always been the greatest flex in my life, and nothing comes even close. You inspire me to be the best husband I can be, the best dog dad, future father, human being that I can possibly be. Your love, your support, the way you take care of everyone in your world, it's all second to none. You're the strongest person I know. You've been battling everything since you came out of the womb. You went through a heart transplant, you went through coding, you're in all the Harvard textbooks and everything, you're in all the case studies that they wrote about you. I appreciate you, I adore you, I love you, you are the greatest joy of my life, and nothing comes even close. So, with that being said, guys, when I try to make sense of what this journey has meant to me over the years, there's a few things that keep coming back. Is that Vector didn't just give me a career, it taught me how to live, it taught me how to lead, it taught me how to build something so much bigger than myself and what I can do. So it gave me security. When I started here, I was an outwardly confident person, outwardly, but inwardly, I was deeply insecure. And some of you might be able to relate to this. You know that insecurity you have when you grow up, and maybe your parents' cars is very nice, but a lot of everybody else's cars like really nice. Or maybe like you want to get dropped off down the street because you don't want to see people to see like where you live, or if it's like the umpteenth place you've lived in the last couple of years or so. It's, you know, that sort of thing. Everyone around you seems to have a lot more than you do. Well, Vector gave me that security. It gave me that opportunity as an adult to finally feel secure in who I am as a person and what I can build, because I didn't have to worry about the bad decisions that the people at my home were making. I could make the decision myself. I could pick great leaders all around up here to emulate myself on. Vector gave me stability. I moved 15 times by the time I was 18 years old, all in the same little hometown. We got evicted a lot. It was rough. I grew up in chaos. This business became the most stabilizing force in my life. Vector gave me positivity. When I was brand new, most of the time, this is the only positive thing happening in my world. I love spending time with my Vector people. I love spending time with my managers. This place made me believe before I really had it in myself. And Vector gave me friendships, more great friendships and relationships than I could ever ask for. Vector gave me a taste of the good life. Truly. Not just in what you can earn. Yeah, it's cool that we get to make a lot of money and everything like that. I think that's wonderful. But in how to treat people. How Jeff Ryan treats everybody first class, world class. How to live with pride in what you're building and in what you're doing. And there's so many other things I could list off. So guys, when I say that this company changed my life, I don't mean it just professionally. I mean it in the most deeply personal way that I could possibly explain. Vector marketing is at the very core of everything that I am, everything that I want to be, and everything I want my future children to be. Because I'm going to steal Jeff's rule that my kids are selling Cutco for at least one summer, without question. So, I'll leave you with this. If I can spend the rest of my career giving back even a fraction of what this place has given me throughout the last 18 years, I will consider that a life pretty damn well lived. Thank you.